For easy understanding of origin and evolution of man, I made a complete tabular column which might help you in understanding. So, origin of human happened to be like 15 million years ago. It started off with Dryopithecus, which were more ape-like, and their fossils were found in Kenya. And these apes generally ate fruits, but more evolved formed who were more man-like were Ramapithecus. Again, these also lived around 15 million years ago. These humans also, human forms also ate fruits, and these were found in Shivalik hills in India. So, when you are comparing between the two forms, if you see, Dryopithecus had more hair structure in them, while Ramapithecus was having lesser hair in them. And if you are looking at how they walked more ape-like, generally like a gorilla or a chimpanzee. Australopithecus was the next form, and they lived about 2 million years ago. You can see there is a huge gap of 13 million years time period we have given here. And these Australopithecus, they hunted with stone weapons but ate fruits. This was their modernization. So, they made weapons with the help of stones. Not only that, to escape from the nature's too much sunlight or rain and stuffs like that from the nature calamities, they also lived in caves. So, you can understand here their brain capacity was increasing, and because of which they were able to think, process and get certain ideas. So, if you are looking at the brain capacity, you would see they have about 500 to 650 cc of brain. And where their fossils were found? Their fossils were found in East African grasslands. Now, these organisms, or should I say human like forms, were bipedal. They walked on two legs. So, that was a major improvisation we saw in their form. Their posture also was getting more upright. If you look at their height, they were about 4 feet in height, and these were like just not ate fruits, but also as you see they had stone weapons. They tried to move on to carnivorous type of food. So, we could put them under a omnivorous category. Now, then we moved on to Homo habilis. Homo habilis were around this time period itself. There is no much clarity between Australopithecus, Homo habilis and Homo erectus. If you look at their skills, they did not eat meat. That is one very clear picture what we are seeing, where Australopithecus might have been omnivorous. Homo habilis were purely herbivorous types, and their brain capacity was around 650 to 800 cc. Now, moving on to Homo erectus, these lived around 5 lakh years ago. So, much lesser time period if you see. They probably ate meat. So, there is again no clear cut answer here whether they were omnivores or herbivores. So, they might have eaten meat. So, these people became more good hunters. So, if you can see here, they not only made weapons, they not only lived in caves, but they also came up with fire. Fire was very important evolution in humankind. Looking at their brain capacity, it further increased. Around 800 to 900 cc they were. They were found in Java, and hence you can see that Java men, Peking men started off from here, which we call it as Neanderthal men, the next one. Okay. If you are looking at Homo erectus features, they were 5 feet. So, you can see from 4 feet they have become 5 feet, much taller, and they were more erect. So, you can see their posture improvising with time, and these organisms had huge teeth. This is where we are not very sure whether or not these people ate meat. So, they were good hunters, so probably they might have eaten meat. And their jaws, if you are looking, they were prognathous. What does prognathous mean? The prognathous means their jaws were protruding towards the outer surface, outer side. Then we moved on to Neanderthal men. They lived around 40,000 to 1 lakh years ago, and their brain capacity was much massive. You can see around 1400 cc, because of which you can see the improvisation and skills. They wore clothes, They were very good hunters. They made tools, not just stone weapons, but they made tools. And they also understood the hygienic conditions, and because of which they buried the dead. They also had a care, emotion, a social attachment. So, where were they found? They were found in East and Central Asia. Now, these men were generally having a very heavy eyebrows on the eyes. That was one of their modification. Then if you look at the forehead, they were having very small forehead, large jaws. So, jaws was very important here also. If you see, they had large jaws. Then came the just our ancestor, just right ancestor, Cro-Magnon men. If you ask me, they were the most evolved form. So, if you look at the brain capacity, they had 1600 cc, and if you look at our brain capacity, it is 1400 1450 cc. So, it was much lesser if you see in our case. So, there was a backtrack in evolution. Anyways, moving on to Cro-Magnon men, they use bones as tools. So, now the tools are getting more and more modified, and these tools were just not used for hunting, but these were great artists also. So, in the cave painting started off in Cro-Magnon men period. So, these were completely erect, tall people they were. They were approximately 7 feet tall, minimum was 6 to 7 feet tall. They were very erect and tall people. The amount of hair growth on skin had also reduced. Now, last came Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens lived around 75,000, around 10 to 75,000 years ago. If you see, we have good intelligence capability. We started off with agriculture. With the onset of agriculture, nomadic type of lifestyle decreased. But as I told, there was a backtrack in our evolutionary trend. From 1600, we directly reduced to 1450 cc of brain. And where were the Homo sapiens started off for the first time? We started off near the African zones. If you look at the skull, if you see, it is not protruding type of skull. We didn't have very protruding jaws, and not only that, our senses were very well developed. So, I think for your PU part and also for competitor, in a very crisp manner, this tabular column will be helpful.